Hi, John Marshall, the DrillMaster. Let's see here. What do we have? We have Citadel Rifle Legion. This is from the Tulane Drill Me 20... I don't know. Hold on. Let's look at this. This is 4 years ago. All right. So let's see here. All right. So 2019. And let's get going on the critique. Need volume. There we go. All right. This is... oh my goodness. So look at the heads here. Some are chin down, and then this cadet here has brought his head forward. So there's big variation here. So when you're going to dip your head down, doing this is enough. That is too much. And then even some people will get into the act of rounding the shoulders and coming down. Rounding the shoulders, bringing them so that they're grabbing the rifle a little more. I don't know. I don't know if that tends to be with taller people or what, but anyway, just the head. You need to be able to articulate certain parts of your body separately from others, and that is articulation just of the neck, and that's what you want. So looks like he's actually looking down rather than putting his head down, and then it's just very inconsistent application of the technique here. So the commander has gone over to report in to the judge, and the team is just left out there. There's the commander right there. You could see over at the right. Come on, stop. Well, I guess we're not going to ever see the commander. So this is, if you're used to junior ROTC performances where they're up closer to the judge reporting in, that's exactly what you need to do, even at the college level. This has absolutely no impact whatsoever. This is, you might as well not even be on the field. And I don't mean this in a derogatory way. It's just there's nothing to the performance so far. Absolutely nothing. You had no opening statement. You have had no lead up to the report in. Nothing. It's just the commander brought you in, and now I'm going to go report in, and then we'll start. So you're missing out on big opportunities here to perform because you're not really performing. So, and then look at the hands as well. So, do the hands form a V or do they form a T? We can see both. And I don't see this is a version of ceremonial at ease, and you can see two, almost three T's, kind of an awkward T there, bent a little bit. But if you're going to flare both hands, the V really doesn't work all that well. It's just kind of awkward looking. What we'll do in the ceremonial drill world, we'll hold the rifle like this, and then the taller you are, the bigger the gap right here is going to be. Or if you happen to have a bayonet affixed, then this is going to be your grip with the bayonet. So you won't see this except from the Air Force Honor Guard, the Air Force Honor Guard drill team. That is, and you'll see that T, but it has to be a precise T, not a variation of it. So it's so far the team has quite poor communication here. that was really quite well done, except for the timing of the leg lifts. That was quite interesting. So the commander standing far off, calling the team. So you can see here. Hold on. Hand placement on the rifle there didn't work all that well. There we go. So, oh boy. There. Now, look at the rifle angles. Look at the hand positions as opposed to the others. So there's all, and the back row here, they're just finishing their spin. So what is the rifle supposed to, what position is the rifle supposed to be in here? So again, clarity of the communication process here is quite muddy. Although that was unique. Slight phasing, slight angle issues as well, but really coming across. Now this is an interesting mark time technique. I don't know if you can tell what they're doing, but the first foot was brought in slowly, came up, down, and out. There's a sweeping motion, and then coming out like that. So, sorry, I need to pause really quickly here. Okay, so sorry about that. And the reason I don't know if you can tell, I'm leaning in because I have one of our dogs under my desk here. So the mark time has a sweeping motion back and forth. I really would have loved to have seen it from up front. So you've already presented, you've already reported in. Why did you do that? Why did you go to present with the head down? It makes it a little more, I don't know. That's pretty standard for ROTC drill teams sometimes to put that head down at different times. So the exchanges have to be, you need to concentrate on them, on that rifle 100% of the time until it leaves your hand, and then you concentrate on the rifle coming towards you 100%. Better. Although that was a simpler exchange, still it was better. So let's go back to that order right there. That was a toe of the butt slam that you could see that ricochet. It was right back here. Watch this area there. That's so when you execute a butt slam, the butt slam needs to be here and not here. Or if it's here, this is the butt of the rifle, this is the toe, this is the heel. If it's on the heel, you can see there's a fairly straight line here that the shock goes up through the rifle. It has an unrestricted line to where the energy can go straight out. And that's fine. However, here you can see exactly what happens. The energy travels up here and hits back in this area and pushes the rifle back. So that's why that happens. So the butt slam really needs to happen so that the rifle is straight up and down. Now, whether it happens in just slightly in front of your foot or at your side, still it needs to happen so that it's straight up and down. The long line here is taking much too long to develop. You could have had that easily taken care of. Nicely done. I appreciate that very much. Taking a page out of the Army Drill Team's book here with this pitch out and the what I call the fan. If you look at it from the side, it looks like a fan motion. So a bit of variation of tech. Well, so the team is using a constant amount of variation of technique, and so you had you can see here the hands, the palm is in front of, facing back, facing to the rear of the rifle, holding the rifle like this. And there's a much better way to get to the next position rather than pulling the rifle. You can see there's lots of shoulder movement in a couple of people, but not everybody. So it, again, uniformity of technique just really is it seems to be low down on the list of ensuring that the performance is together. So you could have brought the rifle up so that it's on the outside here, brought the rifle up and spun it around so that it's spun like that to come up to port. You went to port anyway. You could have pushed it out and then caught it here, caught the butt. I mean, there were several things that you did, but it seems that you chose the more difficult. So the order is kind of nice, bringing that a kind of a sweeping motion of the hand in. So separation of the team this much, and so I always expect the team being out of step. And I'm very surprised when the team isn't in step. But you were out of step. The timing was just completely lost with that massive separation. So really all you did to go... The only reason you went out into this, I would say, the large separated X, really, was just to facilitate that, and that's it. And then you come back to the same position and spinning out. That works well. But again, timing is just not working well with you on separations of that type. Commander, you missed a prime opportunity. You positioned yourself extraordinarily well, and now the team is in a cordon. But see, marching away from the audience first, the marching through didn't really make... marching through while the team was just marking time really didn't make any sense. The team wasn't performing. There's a lot of stop and start performing here. Several cadets bending at the waist when the others aren't, to perform certain movements. And then into another long line. A company front like this, and then another ripple line. Honestly, what it communicates is we don't have enough, we don't have any ideas really, to so you have a little bit of pendulum manual going on here, but it's very repetitious. Took way too long to build that circle. What you instead of, and maybe you were looking to take up some time, and I get that. Sometimes you run out of ideas, and it just it helps to form a long line, and let's just do some more ripples, and I can understand that. But instead of, you have the commander here, you have the line here, then you take the line and bring it all the way around, and then all the way around, and when you could have taken it like this and built it around like this, and even passed around each other. I mean, there was such variation that you could have done here that wouldn't look like you're trying to take up time. Now, I don't know if you are trying to take up time or not, but that's what it looks like. My experience after judging for a long time just tells me that we ran out of ideas, and let's try this. This will take up some time. But then the pendulum manual here for the whole time was really quite repetitious. Now, that was a unique way to get into that outside rifle exchange. I appreciate that. I do. The technique wasn't wasn't executed the same. So hopefully you don't use that salute technique in regulation drill. Bringing the sword to the side, fine. That's okay. That's all right. It's not awful or forbidden really in exhibition drill, but when it comes to regulation drill, yeah, absolutely it is forbidden. That's not the technique that we're supposed to use. And I know that the drawings in the training circular are just, they're two-dimensional, trying to show 3 dimensions, and they just don't work, honestly. But that's not even, that's not our technique. That's overseas. So, but here in exhibition drill, fine. But this is the Citadel traveled from South Carolina to Louisiana, then to perform, and there's, hey, good girl. There's better ways to create routines, and I can appreciate some of the work done here, but it's just lacking in substance, and then logical sequencing as well. It needs a rewrite, honestly. The report out here is okay. You're more centered. You're not close to the judge. Okay. So, well, Penny needs to leave my office. She hears some good stuff going on out there. So, and I'm ready to wrap up here. But I hope I know it's pretty much negative, but I hope my comments have been helpful to help the team then progress from now on. Thank you.